coming up here on a year anniversary of purchasing this car. It's a 2013 Chevy Volt, and as you can see, it is plugged in, charging. We did not go ahead and get any special charging unit, so this is the unit that comes with the car. And yeah, it takes 10-11 hours or so to charge up, but not a big deal because most of our driving is to work and back, and then it stays in here all day or all night. As you can see, we're able to get the model with leather interior, and I don't know if you can see this or not, but the dash there shows how much of a charge right now, and it's showing about 45 miles, so it's fully charged. Sometimes it's anywhere in the low 40s, and it's been as high as 48, 49. In purchasing this car, we justified it by looking at the gas. We were spending $250, $300 a month on gas on a previous car that got about 22 miles a gallon. This one here, we just went through the harshest winter, and we still got great mileage. To be honest with you, in the wintertime, the charge doesn't hold as well because you're using heat. It's cold. It's like any other kind of battery. Batteries don't work as well, or don't hold their charge as well in the wintertime or in cold. So I think it got around 33, maybe 35 miles on a charge, and then it would kick over to where the engine would start up. So, let's see here, start her up. Now, one of the things that we did was we wanted to see what kind of mileage we'd get for the whole year. So that's why I'm filming this, and then see what kind of mileage we get when work started, because my wife's a teacher, and she really didn't go back to work until the 1st of September. And so we used it normal, like we would for any normal car. Throughout the year, we went to Grand Rapids, which is about a 180-mile trip. We went to Chicago a couple times, another 180 miles. Went to Cedar Point. Cedar Point, we went as a family. That's probably a 500-mile round trip, and I wanted to see what kind of mileage it would get. And so, checking the mileage, we ended up getting 42 miles to the gallon. And the strange and quirky thing is, I'm almost positive I spent more money in tolls than I did in gas. Go figure. So, here we are. My wife drove roughly about, I don't know if you can see that or not, but she drove about a little more than 11,000 miles, 11,600 from September until now, and she used 95 gallons of gas, and that equals out to about 122 miles per gallon. Now, saying that, I will say that because we use the engine during the wintertime, it did deplete all the way down to about 87. I think it got as low as 87 miles a gallon because we used more of the engine during the wintertime. But as April rolled around and the weather started getting warmer and the charges started getting longer and no need for heat, the miles per gallon started going back up. And then since we bought it, if you're looking at a year anniversary, we've driven it 15,000 miles for an average of 119 miles per gallon and 129 gallons of gas. So even at today's rate of $4 a gallon, we're less than $400 in gas for the year going to work, and we're right around, I guess, $500 in gas or so, $520 for the year. And that's, like I said, that's going to Lansing. That's taking regular trips. So the misnomers It's just like any other kind of car. We're driving down the road. Once it runs out of its charge, the engine kicks on, and you just keep going. And then when if we wanted to go to Florida, we would be able to drive down just like anybody else. If we took the charger pack with us, well, then when we'd stop at maybe a hotel or something, we could probably plug in. Probably no different than my diesel truck that I got to plug in the wintertime, and hotels have let me do that before. So just wanted to share this information with people out there. Very pleased with it. It's a great car. And bottom line is, if you roll in that gas saving measure, plus it's only had one oil change, because the engine doesn't run hardly at all, and I don't think it's ran in probably, well, I don't know, probably close to a month or more at least. The miles per gallon just sits there. It's got 64% remaining life. Well, right here is the last time it had an oil change, which was February, and I called the dealership and they said, we don't change oil on those things until it's at 20% or below. So here we are. We're just going to wait until it gets to 20%, which probably won't be till, I don't know, maybe November. So you're looking at maybe 2 oil changes, maybe not even 2 oil changes, probably just 1 a year, if that. So it's a good deal, and I recommend anyone, if you are looking for a car, and now let me qualify this, that the daily drive is about 35 miles round trip. So like on a normal day like today, if we're going to work, we'd get home with probably 10 miles, close to 10 miles charge left. And what's really cool about that is there's times that we've taken gone into town and come back and then put it on the charger for 3 to 5 hours, and it's charged back up to about 25 more miles or so. So go out then that night, and basically the whole day has been utilized on electricity. And the other thing about that, it's about $1 a day to charge this puppy. So okay, so we spent $400 or so in gas for the year, and then we spent $365 in electric. So now we're up to $765 for the year. I'm sorry, but we spent that amount in about 2 months of gas on a normal car, not to mention extra gas and oil changes. So again, I would highly recommend it to anybody. Here is another thing for the life of this car. It has gotten 102 miles per gallon. Now I can tell you where that came from. When it was at the dealer, when we bought it, it had 3,000 miles on it already. So this car was being used by the dealers quite a bit, and I don't think they really cared too much about the charging of it, and they just probably drove it while it was running on gas. So not a big deal, but for the lifetime of it, it's gone 18,000 miles total, and it's gotten 102 miles per gallon. Right now we're just sitting here, but this is we're wasting a little bit just sitting here, not doing anything. Nothing really going on.